Hi, so today I'm just going to make this little recipe for you. I've never done this on camera before, you usually see my face, but hopefully it'll work. So this is a smoothie that is in that particular book that you see behind there. But of course, as you go on, you kind of make it for yourself. I'm not attempting to sell anybody anything or promote product or anything like that. I just want to show you what I do in the middle of the day. I am not a person that eats breakfast in the morning because overall I do intermittent fasting. And so I don't eat until about 2 p.m. I do drink water. I do drink lemon water in the morning. I do drink water with turmeric. I celery juice, drink that in the morning as well. But around this time, I decide to get something for myself to tie me over to dinner, unless I'm fasting for the whole day. So what I'm doing is I have my little ninja. You can see it's very well. Now, mind you, you guys, it is clean, but I use it like crazy. So this girl's getting to be a bit of an old girl. But I take the water, about this much, and I have 9.5, which is really good. So then I'm gonna pour it in there. Yes, I'm gonna pour the little lemons in because that was from earlier. I am going to put in some little Bartlett pears. One, I don't know, I think I'll put about 4. Do I put green or matcha into my drinks? The answer to that is no. Why? It doesn't taste so lovely. I like a pretend jamba. So then I'm going to put these. Now these are actually high protein drinks. I'm not, again, you guys have your own brands you like, but this is the one I happen to have on hand. And instead of 1, I put 2. So mind you, I went off camera for a minute because again, I've never done this. So I opened them up, I'm pouring one in. I'm gonna pour the other one in. Why am I using 2? Because I do a lot of bodybuilding and I wanna make sure that I get quite a bit of protein in there. As you can see, I like little cat things in the background. Then I'm gonna take a dollop of honey. Do I ever measure? Not so much when I'm doing stuff like this. I'm just gonna pour it in there. Oh yeah, it's quite a bit. But honey is honey, I love it. I always get organic honey. I make sure that it's raised properly, the bees are taken care of properly. And I'm going to add some cinnamon. Now cinnamon, if you guys have stuck with me for the little bit of time that you have, which is about 3-4 years, I don't know, something like that. When we would do the candle work, we would put that in there, but that is going to add a little bit of hot energy. It brings money, it brings health into you, but it will bring what I need, creative energy. So then I'm gonna take our trusty, avocado. Now I already cut this guy, so I'm gonna go off camera again. So there he goes. Now you might say, ew, there was a little bit of brown. Well, I put him in the refrigerator. He's been in there a day, and of course it's gonna get a little bit like that, but it's still good. I'm very greedy, so I'm gonna make sure that I scoop everything out. Just a moment. So now I've got all those in there, and then I'm going to put a bunch of ice cubes. Now again, I have a Kangen machine, so all of my cubes and everything are 7.0 and higher. You gotta use them, a lot, but I just figure, what do I want it to look like? Do I want it to be like a smoothie? Do I want it to be more like a milkshake? I guess it's gonna decide for me. Now, what happens when I mix this up and it's too watery? Well, then I add a little bit more of maybe the pears or something else. Now, this is a very simple one. There's times when I add different kinds of things and I just dink around. I use this book to kind of guide me, and then I make my own. I don't know that you're gonna find that particular book because it was last year. Probably digitally you can, but needless to say, I guess I'll put it down in the bottom Now I'm going to mix this thing up, and I'm going to turn this camera off again because it will be way too loud. So this is the product. Now, if you want to put a little bit of a mint on there, or you want to put a little bit of more cinnamon and just sprinkle it on top so it's beautiful, that's a good idea too. It was a bit too green. You can see it's pretty green because of the avocado, but I needed to taste a little bit sweeter, so I just threw some more pear juice in, all the pears, so it ended up being so what do avocados mean spiritually? Well, avocados actually, in the Aztec belief, was that it was aphrodisiac. It was, if you took the two of them together, it could bring people together, which is very satisfactory, obviously. So you can use it for that. Oh, probably a lot of you will be drinking avocados or eating them now. We already know pretty much what the benefits are as far as health. But remember to always take things in at a moderation. You don't want to fill yourself up so much that you think that's going to bring everything to you. You want to make sure that your body knows what it's willing to receive. When I make a drink for myself, I use about a half of avocado. That's enough. And then the next day, I'll use the remainder. Avocados also have a large seed, in them. We know this. So what does that mean? It's like new beginnings, and it really does look like the full moon. So that was the impression I got today, was incorporate that in your meal, in a drink, alongside on your salads or whatever. Avocados also, combined with cinnamon, is good for love. Would you feed it to your loved one? Absolutely, if they'll eat it. And again, we know that it is very easy to digest, and it packs a lot of good energy for us. So what about pears? Well, consider again that it's a sweetness, and combined with that avocado, you have that much more energy of the pear, or it looks like the body of a female. So it doesn't matter how you identify yourself, your body shape. A pear shape is conducive to fertility, which also is what the pear, is what. So what about the pear? How does that help us? Well, the pear in China is a representation of longevity and also prosperity. So combine those two together, and again, you have a good, no pun intended, pairing. Cinnamon was considered a very rare spice at one time, and it's got a hot energy to it, so it brings things to you really quickly. And when we do candle work and we use the olive oil and roll it into the cinnamon toward us, it brings things to us a lot quicker than a 30-day it brings things to us a lot quicker than a full cycle. We're in June now, taking care of our plants, having more vibrance in the body, because it's a time to wake up and birth things. We are planting. The grand harvest is in August, but that doesn't mean that we cannot manifest what we want now. So I hope you enjoy this. It's a little different. I don't know how it's going to go, but just seeing what I can throw on the wall. So enjoy your drink. Keep it healthy for yourself. Intermittent fasting, I'm going to say something to that before I go. Do what is good for your body. Listen to your body. This vehicle that you're in will teach you, because it has very high intelligence. Every cell has memory. Every cell in the body is loaded with divine knowledge. So in having said that, enjoy your drink. I told you I've got a whole picture of it. So I will see you soon. And if you'd like, please come and join us at Purifying Your Spirit. That's our Facebook class, which is every week at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Many blessings on you. And if you need me, please do message me. Thank you.